Nordrhein-Westfalen, hier sind wir, NRW Live mit der Late Night. Und heute wird es wieder sehr, sehr musikalisch. Ja, man kann schon sagen, ein richtig musikalisches Schwergewicht heute bei uns zu Gast in der Sendung. Gerade eben haben wir schon die Musik von Depeche Mode gehört, wenn ich noch ein paar weitere Namen erwähnen kann. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Yazoo, Goldfrapp, Erasure, Moby, Fat Gadget. Eine schier endlose Liste an Namen, mit denen mein heutiger Gast und sein Plattenlabel Mute seit 1978 die Musikwelt bereichert und verändert haben. Mute hat sich von einem Ein-Mann-Betrieb zu einem der einflussreichsten und erfolgreichsten Independent-Labels entwickelt und er trifft nach wie vor alle künstlerischen Entscheidungen. Wir sind sehr, sehr froh, dass er hier ist heute Abend. Welcome to our show, Daniel Miller. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Good evening, thank you.
We just turn back the clock a little bit. A few years back, when you were an artist, actually, you released a song called Warm Leatherette, which was back in 1978. Actually, the first release on Mute Records, Mute 001. What triggered you back then to take a dive into the music world, and where did that inspiration come from?
Well, I'd always been a music fan,
yeah.
And I was in bands when I was at school. I was a very bad musician. And I had kind of ideas in my head about what I'd like to do, but I could never express them because I wasn't a very good musician. And I also became a very big fan of electronic music in the sort of late 60s, from kind of the late 60s onwards. And I really wanted to be able to make electronic music, but the instruments were very expensive and difficult to get hold of. I worked with tape loops and things like that and just experimenting. And then around 76, when punk started in 76, that was a real inspiration. I thought that I really want to do something. I'd kind of given up on music. I stopped playing music. I was a music fan, but I would stop playing it. I was doing film editing. And then punk happened. I thought, this is an amazing time. In England, in London, it was an incredible time where everything changed. You know, a lot of the kind of the slate was wiped clean. And people that had opportunities. Also, synthesizers became a lot cheaper. And I bought a cheap second-hand synthesizer and a 4-track quarter-inch tape recorder. And I started making music in my bedroom.
So really, basically in your own bedroom?
In my own bedroom. And I found that I really enjoyed it, and I was able to actually, I got a lot of satisfaction from it. And it was a very liberating experience having 4 channels. I mean, now people can have 300 channels on their laptops. I think that's too many, personally. 4 was incredibly liberating. And at the time, people were starting to do their own DIY releases. And I thought, you know, I'm going to do a DIY. I'm just going to do it. Then I'll know I can die knowing that I've done it. You know, I've done something. I've put out a piece of my music. Nobody's going to like it, but at least I'll have gone through the process and done it. So I did it. I wrote I was working on different songs and cover versions and all sorts of things. And I came up with the 2 songs, Warm Leatherette and TVOD.
Yeah. Which was actually the B-side, Warm Leatherette, right?
I don't know, it was a double A side, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, Warm Leatherette was inspired by a book by an famous science fiction author, J.G. Ballard, a book called Crash, which I was a big fan of, and I actually tried to write a film script for it, which didn't really work out, but I thought if I can condense a 2-hour film script into a 3-minute song, that would be quite a challenge, and that was kind of my challenge to do that.
I just want to quickly play Warm Leatherette for our viewers so that they can hear it as well. Here's you, actually, as normal, Warm Leatherette, back in 1978, Daniel Miller.